its picturesque landscapes and bustling metropolis, Davao City definitely should be one of the must-see destinations on one's travel list. Based on statistics, the first quarter of the year, Davao City has experienced a surge, more than 450,000 tourists. Given the vast spots and sights the city has to offer, one day's trip alone in the metro can surely leave a traveler sapped and tired. And what better way to call it a day in Davao than to stay at the country's second oldest hotel. But more than its luxurious and modern amenities and facilities, this hotel also boasts of its role in Davao's rich cultural history.
Mga early days ng Apo View, sentro ng pagtitipon, gatherings ng mga nag-iibang sektor. Pag sinabi mo kasi Apo View, para mo nang sinabing Saan ang Durian. Pag sinabi mong Durian, that's about Davao City. Yung coin word na Apo View, kasi nakikita mo yung Apo Sandawa eh. Kaya pala sa aming mga tribo, malaking porsyon pag sinabi mong Apo View. Kasi nga, binigyan mo ng credit yung matatanda na pag-aari ng Apo Sandawa. It's the only hotel na nagbibigay ng recognition and cognizance sa ngalang Apo Sandawa.
A hub not just for tourists, but also for indigenous people. This hotel has stood the test of time, providing a first-class luxury experience for visitors from all walks of life. And to further cater to the increasing needs and demands of travelers, the hotel keeps up with constant reinvention and expansion under new management.
Change is coming basically is meaning that the Apo View Hotel as it is right now, there will be renovation, major renovation, there will be modernization, additional technology that will be added to what we are currently offering. The food and beverage menu offering will be working closely with our culinary team from Icon so that we can come up with better variety, better options for our food and beverage patron. From 15 rooms in 1948 when it was first constructed and mid-90s at 150 room inventory, now we have 184 rooms to sell for all of the guests of Apo View to enjoy.
With numerous awards and accolades it has received thanks to its homegrown hospitality, the hotel deemed it important that constant change is necessary to improve customer service and comfort. After all, the hotel assures customers of a complete Davaoeño experience.
What we have done is we put a touch of modernization, minimalist in a sense. We just wanted to make sure that the guests will have ample space to work around, that they have enough space and proper space that they can make use if they wanted to sit down and do their work. From the food and beverage, I have to say, they are up to something really. With reference to the heritage that we wanted to keep, we still have the chefs who's been here for 30 years right now, still cooking. And to add flavor and variety to the food offering that we will give them, we have a new chef that works with the Icon Culinary Group that will work with the Apo View Culinary team so that we can come up with the heritage with a twist and variety.
Dating back to modest beginnings in 1948, the hotel has now grown exponentially and now has become a landmark in Davao City, taking pride as Davao's first and Davao's own. The hotel knows the value of looking back into one's humble roots and providing comforting cultural and historical appreciation for generations of Davaoeños and travelers alike.
The Global Comfort Group as a company, this is not the only thing that we do. I am also surprised a year ago when I joined because they are doing too much and a lot of things, which is good for CSR. We are attending and addressing and giving much attention to the tribu because a colleague of ours understands them because she came from that particular sector.
More than being the economic and commercial capital of Mindanao, Davao City also is recognized as a cultural capital of Mindanao, being home to 11 diverse and unique tribes. Every third week of August, the city celebrates the festivals of all festivals, known as the Kadayawan Festival. This celebration not only acknowledges its indigenous people, but also focuses on the city's culture and arts, as well as a thanksgiving for the bounty of their agricultural products. To further emphasize the unique culture Davao City has to offer, tourists and residents alike are given a chance to appreciate and experience the indigenous people's customs. With a mock community set up in Magsaysay Park, through this venture, the indigenous people get a chance to showcase and display their rich culture and colorful traditions. To make sure that this cultural and historical heritage lasts a lifetime, the country's second oldest hotel spearheaded an assistance program to help preserve indigenous people's legacy.
Noong January 18, may sakuna yung baha. Binigyan kami ng mga goods. Sila lang ang nakabigay sa amin, yung Icon Hotel, through Baip Limpain, Jin Cebu Glass. Tapos, nagpunta kami sa Maynila, through Icon Hotel. Nag-concert kami doon yung magkaisa, I Support the Manubos Caraga, Bae Limpain Cebu Glass, Aisa Sigera at si Bae Bayan. Yung etike, may hali naman kami na sa concert namin yung magkaisa, binigay sa amin ng etike at saka nagawa namin yung hog dressing, beads making at yung handicraft.
The Apo View Hotel kasi believes in the connection between nature and its people. And so that's why tinututukan po ng Apo View Hotel etong mga tao, especially the indigenous peoples, the very marginalized sector, the underrepresented sector of our society. Not just because kailangan nila mabigyan ng atensyon or we should stand favorable for them, but because of the history of Apo View Hotel itself.
More than giving the indigenous people a venue to showcase their traditional crafts, the hotel gave a special space for indigenous people inside their hotel, free of charge.
Apo View will also showcase the traditional attire through a stall provision na ngayon nasa hotel po mismo ng Apo View. Of course, the proceeds and the profit will go to the community. The role of Apo View will only to provide them a space where they can promote, preserve, and at the same time recognize their cultural integrity.
I'm really glad, masaya po kami that you are all here to join us. Today basically...
They also provide a chance to sustain their culture and livelihood through the use of modern equipment and fundraising events.
Hindi lang po sa pamamagitan nitong kadayawan ng ganito activity, pati na po sa business sector, lalo na sa tribo. Actually mayroon kami tatanggapin na sewing machine na ibibigay ng Apo View para naman doon sa paggawa ng mga damit to sustain yung culture and traditions ng Bago-Buklata at saka yung iba tribo. Pamamagitan yan, we hope na kung magiging continuous ang assistance ng Apo View kasi nakikita namin na ang Apo View lang so far ang nagbibigay sa amin ng ganitong klaseng opportunity.
The hotel also takes pride on its mission to help preserve indigenous culture by hiring and including among its ranks a member of the indigenous community to specifically identify their needs.
Being the daughter of Dato Joseph Sibug, na-experience ko po kasi na lahat ng datus, lahat ng tribo, buong Mindanao, and even some of the tribe leaders also from Luzon and Visayas would converge here in Davao, specifically billeted at Apo View Hotel. Doon po kami hinahouse. It's a home of the indigenous peoples of the country. Now, even dito ngayon sa modernization niya, we still look back at the history that Apo View helped us in promoting and preserving the cultural integrity and cultural heritage of the indigenous peoples of Mindanao. For as long as Apo View is there, for as long as it symbolizes the cultural heritage of the tribal people of Mindanao, because it speaks of Apo Sandawa, the most sacred of all mountains, the highest peak in the Philippines. Apo View will stand out for the indigenous people, for the tribal people of Mindanao.